Okay, right. Welcome back to Kate's watercolour mess up. No, I'm going to get it right this time. You didn't see the first 3 attempts. You see, I'm not going to let on what happened there. So we're going to have a little bit of a play at things that you can do with watercolours. Now, this isn't about painting pretty pictures or any sort of special technique for water or anything like that. This is just ways to explore how watercolours behave and little tricks you can do to make that more interesting. So I've just got a couple of circles. I've got in front of me here, you can't see, but I've got a pot of clean water. Well, I've got 2 pots of clean water, one of which I'm going to use to wash my brushes in, one of which I'm keeping clean because I want to use it to drop into the painting that I'm doing. So I'm going to take some orange out of my old pan. This is my old pan. And I'm going to take some orange out of that. First of all, use a bigger brush. Let's start as we need to go on. And I'm going to paint half of this circle here orange. There we go. There we go. Simple as that. Half a circle of orange. I'll wash up my brush. I've got some blue here in a palette in front of me. This is tube. This is tube watercolour in a palette because my blues in that pan are knackered. And I'm going to take some of this. This is quite a strong blue. It's Prussian blue. It's lovely. And I'm going to paint the other half in Prussian blue. There we go. You see, why I picked a circle, I don't know. It's really difficult to do the edges on a circle. A square would have been so much easier. However, I like circles. They suit my temperament better. Okay, and then I'm just going to take that right up to the edge of the orange, because what we want is for these to blend together. And because this paint is quite wet, we're almost certainly going to get, we will get, a phenomenon known as bloom. Now, I really like bloom. I love it where 2 colours will blend together like this, and you get these beautiful feathery little tendrils reaching up into the other colour. That is, you see, that's gorgeous. I love that. So, I mean, that already looks like a whole bunch of wee trees on the horizon there against an orange sky. So that's lovely. As it is, that's lovely. You could just leave that in its little circle, but I'm going to wash this brush out in some clean water. And I'm going to take some clean water and I'm just going to drop a few little drops of water into the orange, because what we'll get then is water bloom, which is slightly different from paint blooming. And you can see already, hopefully you can see already, if there's nothing in the way, that there's some blooming starting to happen there. There's some shapes appearing just a little bit. So I don't like what's going on here. We've got too hard an edge, so I'm going to get rid of that. I don't like it very much. And I'm quite happy with the way that's looking at the moment. I might just put, I'm just going to put 1 drop down here. Just for the heck of it, and then leave that, see what happens. Right, so this other one, I'm going to make this wet, then I'm going to paint some of this Prussian blue onto it. Whee! Oh. People underestimate massively the sheer pleasure that you can get out of painting. Even if it doesn't have any particular purpose, just moving paint around on a piece of paper is just so lovely. Right, so because I wet this one first, and I've just covered it with blue, there's a bit of a wobbly circle there. This one's blooming all by itself. You can see all sorts of things going on there, and we've got a bit of pooling around the edge. I don't mind that actually. I'm going to leave that as it is. That pooling actually suits me. It's a bit of a wobbly circle because it's gone outside of the line slightly, but I don't think that matters. So that one, I'm just going to leave that one alone for a bit to do whatever it decides to do. In the meantime, I'm going to drop a little bit more water. My water's getting a bit mucky already because I'm mixing them together. I'm terrible. So I'll drop a little bit more water into this one and let that continue to move. Where I dropped a bit of water in here, you can see it's lighter, but I think I want something a little bit more definite going on there. So I'm going to drop a wee bit more water in and let it bloom out. I think because of that's blooming out quite a lot, I'm going to put one there and one there as well and let them get on with it. Oh, that's better. That's more what I was after. That's really starting to do something interesting now. So I could add things to this once it's dry. It might be really quite cool to do that. So this one, I think what I'd like to do with this one is emphasize this light area here. So what I'm going to do is just draw down there with some water and let that move around. And that's starting to bloom outwards now as well. Looks even less circular, but I like that. Yep, I'm liking both of those. So I think one last little bit of footling is I would kind of like in this one here on my right, I've got some kind of crimson here. I just want to drop. I'm just going to drop a blob right in the middle here with a kind of dark crimson. More. Yeah, I'm just going to drop that there and then let it get on with whatever it wants to do. And we'll come back and have a look at these in a bit and see what they're up to.